implement the World Domination Plan by May 5, 2000, the world's population will be reduced then to 500 million people. What hasn't happened? So what kind are we using here? Certainly not the regular one, because we still haven't seen a new world order, and the core population, unfortunately, is up to 6 billion. Now, there's a series of other preposterous statements. I'm just going to list them because it's really difficult to disprove them, and they don't require to disprove. The Smithsonian Institute killed thousands of people to augment their collection of human missing links. 5 billion people could drown in Loch Ness, and nobody would notice. Do you have any idea how large? Loch Ness is large, but it's not that large. 5 billion people is a lot of people. Evolution is responsible for records in the Indians. Meaning the Americans, the Native Americans. I don't know what that is talking about, so I had to do some research. And it turns out actually that the trail of tears, which is what he's referring to, the forced removal of the Cherokees, happened in 1838. Well, the origin of species, which marks the beginning of evolution of biology, was probably in 1859. That was about, what, 30 years later. How can evolution be responsible for something at the time in which it happened? Evolution wasn't even around. The Great Pyramid was not built by the Egyptians. Well, don't tell that to the Egyptians because they're very proud of it. UFOs are Satan's way of getting around. I don't think there's any evidence that UFOs are even around, let alone that Satan used them as spaceships. And what would Satan need spaceships anyway? And finally, microchips will play an important part in the mark of the beast. I don't even know what that is, but probably if it refers to Bill Gates, I can probably believe that. So, I think there is only one reality out there. One of us is profoundly mistaken. Of course, you can guess who I think is profoundly mistaken. You have to decide for yourself, of course, not tonight. My main goal tonight was really to confuse your ideas as much as possible. That is the first step toward enlightenment. Once that you're not so sure of your position, then you can start going out there, go into the library, read some books, read some articles, keep thinking about these things for the rest of your life, because they're not that easy. 7-year-olds do not grasp these topics on the spot, and neither does anyone else over here. But so you have these two choices. Innumerable scientists with legitimate PhDs who brought in the car, the computer, and McDonald's on one side. Well, they tell you that to go look for the evidence, think for yourself. But look at the evidence, the real evidence. Go to a paleontological museum, go and look at, go to the zoo even. Go and look at these things and see if it doesn't make sense to think that they are related to each other, like common descent. Or, you can listen to somebody who has a clear ideological agenda. Incidentally, there's a variety of ideological beliefs among scientists. You can find anything from Christians and Muslims, Buddhists, atheists, agnostics, and all of that. So there's no ideological bias, which means that science is not a religion, no matter what Mr. Owen would like it to be. On the other hand, there is a clear bias on the other side. Essentially, every single creationist that I know not only belongs to a particular religion, but belongs to a particular subset of that religion. That seems to be a bias. And those are based on tall tales, and there's a very large price to pay for distortion or ignorance, and that price we're going to pay as a society every single day. The reason we teach evolution in public school is because it's good science. It is not perfect science, it is not the ultimate word on science, and as soon as we will know better, we will teach better. That's what happened in the past. But the alternative in terms of creation is not only is that science, it's just not science at all. Thanks very much.
You mentioned in the beginning of this debate that you were a member of the Skeptic Society or something like that. I wonder if you are skeptical of evolution, or just skeptical of everything other than evolution. I don't think you've applied much effort to being skeptical of what you yourself have been taught. I think that'd be wise. The examples you gave of evolution, like HIV virus, saying it mutates, well, it is still a virus. And the obvious point I would like to make on this is the fact that so many people are getting these sexually transmitted diseases starts making God's word look an awful lot better. He was right from the beginning. One man, one woman for a lifetime. No premarital sex, no extramarital sex, no homosexuality, no bestiality. That's what God said right at the beginning because he knew what was best. I think God was pretty smart. time I want to not get into now. Somebody can call from Q&A, it'll take forever. You said the burden of proof is on the creationist. That's a fascinating trick that people use all the time. Burden of proof is interesting. They will say, we must prove our point in order to get it taught in the schools. Let me show you how this works. Suppose I said, watermelons are blue on the inside until you cut the skin. You must prove I'm wrong. How would you do that? I shifted the burden of proof to you. Evolutionists think of it like this. We know evolution is a fact, and you must prove it's not correct. That's putting the burden of proof on us. No, he can spend his tax dollars, he can spend his money any way he wants. I don't care what he believes. I don't care how he spends his money. But he wants to spend your money and my money to teach his religion in this school. And that's what's going on, and that's what everybody objects to. You mentioned about all the scientists fools. 61% of the population believes the earth is less than 10,000 years old and God made it. How many of you here tonight believe God made the world? Are these folks fools? Okay. Well, they haven't studied geology. They're just dumb. They're not fools. They're just dumb. That's what you're implying. When I said, are they fools? You said, no, they just haven't studied. In other words, they're dumb. That's what you're implying. That's exactly what you said. How many of you felt like he said that to you? There we go. Half of them. Let's see. The extinction of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago, that would be interesting to talk about that for a long time. Okay, some of the ad hominem arguments you gave in the last rebuttal here, I'd like to address. It seemed to be a blast hovind instead of defend evolution. The Champ photo, the picture you showed was Lake Champlain, not Loch Ness. Okay, they're several thousand miles apart. Okay, Lake Champlain is in America, between New York and Vermont. That was the Lake Champlain photo, and that has never been debunked. Okay, about 1,000 people claim they've seen Champ. Discover Magazine, 1998, 58 people watched Champ. Discover Magazine, I got the reference in here. 58 people watched Champ swim by their boat for 5 minutes. Reported in Discover Magazine, 98. I can get you the documentation if you'd like. There have been a lot of people who claim they've seen Loch Ness Monster. A lot of people claim they've seen Champ. I just put on my website and in my seminar some of the thousands of sightings of dinosaurs that might still be alive. I have never claimed that they are. I think that they probably are if you're still alive. But I think if you listen carefully to my tape without a bias, you will say, Hovind treats this very realistically. He says, here's the evidence. Now you look at the evidence and decide what you want. I have personally interviewed over 60 people who claim they've seen one. I've never seen one. I've talked to 60 people who claim they have. That's as far as I go with it. How many seen my tape 3 about dinosaurs still living? Get it on there in the back table. I'll give you one tonight if you like it. Okay. You mentioned there was a link on my website about the dinosaur eating the man. Now, either you're misinformed or you're lying. There was never a link on my website. I mentioned in a seminar one time, somebody sent me an email as I was heading to a meeting, and they said, hey, did you see they found a picture of a dinosaur eating a man? I said, no, that's interesting. That night in the seminar, I said, somebody just sent me an email to say that they found a skeleton of a dinosaur eating a man. I haven't checked it out yet, but you might want to check out this website, and I gave the website verbally to that one church. The next day, somebody said, well, have you checked out that website? I said, no, I just heard about it yesterday. I'll check it out today. I checked it out, found it's an April Fool. It was never on my website. Stop telling people it was, okay? All I did was one time say that I just got an email about this and I haven't checked it out yet. That's what I said. Okay. Let's see. Slinging mud, it's easier to sling it than get it off of you. You mentioned that I made a prediction the New World Order would come May 5th of the year 2000. Now you need to go back and watch the tape yourself, okay? I've got the documentation. I showed the cover of a book, and I said, right beside it was the text, I don't have it with me anymore. I said some people in the New Age movement, a guy named Richard Noone, N-O-O-N-E, had written a book called May 5th, 2000, The Coming Ice Epoch. He said that by May 5th, we're going to have the population down to 500 million, and this is going to be necessary to bring in the New World Order to get rid of some of the people that are here. All I did was say some people in the New World Order would like the population reduced to 500 million by May 5th. How many heard me say that in my seminars over the last few years? I never said it's going to happen. I said some people in the New World Order would like it to happen. Now correct your seminar, please. Don't accuse me of saying